Hello everyone, my name is Sheen and welcome back to my channel. Today we are again into my Fixer-Upper Zoo series. We are going to renovate the Into the Unknown Zoo, and yeah, we're starting today at the entrance, and because I realized, even though I should have known, but apparently I didn't. I misspelled unknown, like there's like an N missing, so yeah, can just try to fix that really quick, that spelling mistakes. I mean, it happens to everyone, right? So it's not exactly a big thing, but I just, I found it really funny when I figured it out, because like, let's be honest, it took me a while to figure that out, so yeah. So, according to what is happening in the zoo, we have a few protesters again. Let's just see. Okay, we have too many bugs, which, fair. Let's just get rid of a few of them, and then sell them for money, I think. I mean, we are like in the clear here. You can already see we're having 58,000. So I guess that's pretty good, but you can never have enough money. So especially since I realized that the last habitat, the new Siberian tiger habitat, cost me about 70k, and yeah, so it's always good to have like a bit of a buffer, especially since because we have so many guests. Okay, we have really so many guests. Maybe I should start making the path wider than 4 meters, but yeah, I'm gonna keep that in mind now. So, are these protesters leaving? Yeah, they are leaving. They are also leaving. That's a good thing. Oh, but here we have another protesters. Who are you protesting for? I've got one lemur. Okay, what's about? What's happening to you? You're hungry and you're thirsty. Oh. Yeah, all of that is climbing disabled. Yeah, because at some point I made like a point where I just had everything go that it's non-climbable just to make it easier for myself, and then I kind of forgot to turn it back on for apparently the one lemur that I have. And the gorillas next door, I kind of forgot to make it climbable again, so my bad. But like, when we're at that topic, is all of this is also not climbable anymore. Okay, that's what I thought, and so we're just gonna make all of this climbable, and let's hope that the bonobos are now a bit happier. They are, so that's good. Even though, like, honestly, I don't really like that habitat at all. Oh my god, I hear protesters again. Are you going? No, you're not going. But like, aren't they now happy-ish? Okay, so I'm just gonna pause now. I don't want to hear them shouting in my ear anymore. So today I thought, because as I told you in the previous episode, I want to have all the animals on display all the time. So that means I can only delete something if the animal is located to another habitat. So today we are building a new flamingo habitat, and that one is going to be over here, like next to the tigers. And yeah, I think I've got nothing else to say, and we will just jump into the speedboat. First thing I did, deleting a few bushes and trees that were in my way, and then I started with the passing. This time I made sure that I use 6 meters instead of my usual go-to, which is 4 meters. And yeah, after that I began working on the terrain, because this is going to be the first African habitat / animal that you will see in this zoo, and I wanted it to be like a big opening area where you can see pretty much the whole habitat. So I started with lowering the ground so that when you go directly in front of the flamingo habitat, you see them below you, and then you can like go on both sides of the habitat, around the habitat, and can see the flamingos on like not eye to eye level, but like they are on the same ground level as you are, so you might be able to really see how big, small they are in comparison to you. And therefore I needed 2 waterfalls. I think I just love waterfalls. Like, I wouldn't say necessarily in this game, because in this game I kind of find it a bit harder to use them, but like in general I really like them. Like, if you have like real life zoos and they have a waterfall in their habitat, I think that is such a beautiful way to make sure that like the animals can like do something with that water that's like falling from somewhere. Like they will, or at least they could like go under it and like play with the water and stuff, and I really like that. So yeah, maybe that's why I just like waterfalls. But back to the flamingo habitat. So, because I wanted to have it that you can watch them from above, of course I needed a fence that would make sure that none of the guests would like basically jump over it. So in the end I decided for I don't remember, like, are these the Australian? I think these are the Australian wood beams, fence beams, and I then used the marquee beams, I think it is, from the Zookeeper's pack, and basically just spammed them everywhere, put a mesh in between it, and then I decided for the rest of the barrier I will also want to use them, even though they are see-through, but I will be coming back to that later, because they will not be very much see-through in the end. And then, because I have like this kind of rule, like it's not really a rule, it's more like something that I want to incorporate in every habitat, and that is that I want to have 3 viewing areas for the guests. And obviously at this point I only had 1 where you would like look down at the flamingos, and then like on both of the sides I wanted to have these other viewing areas where again no real height barrier between the animals and you. So I needed to come up with another plan, so to make sure that the flamingos will not like go there and like, I don't know, attack you. I don't know why a flamingo would attack you, but you know how people are. So better safe than sorry. And like on the other side I didn't want to have like guests reaching over there, so I put a planter in between the path and the real habitat barrier. And now you can also see me how I made sure that the guests are not able to see through the rest of these habitat barriers. I just put reed everywhere. Also, this reed is a good thing for making it look a bit more African, even though I don't know if I said that, but I'm pretty sure this zoo was built on the Tiger North America map. So yeah, I don't know how to feel about this, because I think you can see it especially in the terrain, because the terrain is like in the tiger area, like the terrain is looking a little more cold than I would have liked it for an African animal habitat. Like, I think that's also one of the reasons why I mostly do the same continent and in the same zoo. Like, my African Savannah Zoo is in the African Savannah, and so on and so on. And while I was rambling about that, you can see a few like in-between cinematics, because I thought this is the moment where I want to have the flamingos in there. I also realized I only have 3, so I quickly bought a few more, and then it was back to building, because I don't know if you could see it, but like I need again to make more barriers, and then I also needed to make the real shelter for the flamingos, and I had like this picture as an inspiration, and the picture was just a yellow orange building with like 2 stores of the roof. Like the roof was not like all in one height, they had like different heights, and I did that pretty well, but when I tried to like match the actual colors in game, it kind of looked really bad, like really bad. I was a bit frustrated. Like, look at that. What is that? So I changed the color. Like, first I thought, okay, maybe it's enough if I change the color of the roof. In the end, I realized it's not. But before I got to that, I wanted to make like these little triangle thingies that I also had on the inspiration pic, even though the inspiration pic had them higher, and above that they had like another bamboo art thingy, like just a normal fence thingy. I didn't do that. I was just like, okay, I have the triangles, let's go. And you could also see me like, now I'm changing the color. But before, like, you see the tree in front of the house, like that tree is only there because I thought if I put a tree there, maybe it will like kind of shift your eye more to the tree and you will not look at the ugly ass building in the in the background. Like I don't know if that's working so good, like let me know. But like yeah, I don't really like that area, like that shelter area. I don't like that building. And yeah, because I also thought in normal zoos the flamingos would be outside when the zoo would be open, but they would need shelter nonetheless. So I put a few of the beddings around the habitat on the outside, also on the inside, but that's not at all important because there's nothing in there apart from the bedding. So I put the bedding outside of the, like in the outside, in the habitat. And then I made a little sunshade using the bamboo pieces and one of the wheat roofs, or thatch roof. I'm always I never remember correctly if it's the wheat or thatch. Is it thatch? I think it's thatch. So yeah, I made that and copied it a few times so that the animals can have like a rest in the shadows. And then it was time to plant the roof. I of course used the periwinkle for that, and then put some of the underwater plants also in there, and changed the water slightly so that it's not that obvious that I didn't put them as deep as they would have normally been. And the last things that I needed to do was make the area where you can look at the flamingos when you get to them look a little bit nicer. And at first I wanted to do it with just rocks, but I am really satisfied that I did not go for rocks this time, because I think, or at least not all the way, but like I think that plaster thingy that I made there is looking really good for what it is. And yeah, after I was like, nah, I'm not doing the curve with these things, I just got around back to my whole, I'm just doing stones in here. And midway I realized I wanted the guests to still be able to see the flamingos from here, so I left a few spots open so that you can still see them from there. Now we are going to get back to the real-time footage. And here we are, back in the zoo. Here you can see, I can see protesters, but let's for now just ignore them. I think we will get to them when we get to them. Here we have the last things from the Siberian tiger habitat, and there is the new flamingo habitat. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think it was a good idea to leave that much space. Like, you see all of this dead space. Like, I have no idea what I will do with that, but I need like to keep that in mind for the next habitats, that I don't build them in such like so far apart because I'm not really that good in like doing something with that space. But yeah, this is the flamingo habitat. I still think we have not enough flamingos, but I think we will be getting there. So, especially since I already saw that we have tiger babies. So let's just take a quick look at them. They are so cute. I just love them. I really love them. But back to the flamingos. Yeah, we've got a bigger and therefore I would say a better habitat for them than what they had before, I mean. Like, come on, this looks so nice for them. Like, it's such a nice and big area for them to roam around. Don't acknowledge this, just ignore it. And yeah, if you go around here, you have, like I said, the other habitat viewing area, and you can also see on the other side we have the exact same one. And okay, I didn't know that this was not there. You didn't saw me edit anything. No, you didn't. Yeah, that is the habitat we have. That's still, I think, more ugly looking building, but okay, it's there, it's something. I just needed to have a shelter area for them, like if it's going to be too cold, because we are in North America, I think, in the taiga biome, so yeah, they will need it, maybe, I think. Even though I think they are like more tolerant to cold temperatures than I'm currently thinking, but like even then I think it will get pretty cold here, so I'm better prepared. So it seems we only have that one flamingo on here, but yeah, like I said, I think we have not enough flamingos. It's, like, I want my habitats to be like full of life, and this doesn't scream full of life because there's not that many flamingos in there. But yeah, this is all we've got today, and yeah, when we look at it from above, it is looking like it's really enormous. How, like, my habitats are so big. Like, of course I knew the Siberian tiger habitat was like kind of an overkill, but now the flamingo habitat is also like kind of big. Like, if you compare it to like the previous one, which is this one, it's like really, wow, it's a lot bigger and not nicer looking. So yeah, but that's it for today. I think in the next episode we will either try to give the giraffes a new home, because like that is not good, or we will try to make a little lemur habitat for our one resident lemur. That are like the two options. I haven't debated which one I'm going for, so yeah, maybe you have a favorite, which one needs it more. I'm guessing it's the giraffes, but like, yeah, let me know what you want to see, and then I will decide which animal I will go for. And yeah, I hope you liked this video. I hope you, maybe if you enjoyed it, leave a like or a comment or even subscribe to me, and we will see each other in the next video. Bye!